Warning, cheaters may contain adult themes and strong language. Parents are cautioned that this program may not be suitable for children. Coming up on this episode of Cheaters.
This gentleman goes to your home, picks up Julie and JC.
Well, they're definitely more than friends.
What's going on?
You know what? You do. Come on. You do.
Just stop. Stop.
You and him.
Stop.
From Cheaters surveillance cameras, you are about to view actual true stories filmed live, documenting the pain of a spouse or lover caused by infidelity. This program is both dedicated to the faithful and presented to the false-hearted to encourage their renewal of temperance and virtue.
It's just like he's just trying to keep a big secret from me.
I just can't take the lies.
I just can't go on anymore. I need to know the truth.
I don't like being the one that has to show you this.
Yeah, we got it right now. They're heading south.
I'm tired of the excuses.
This is something that I've got to know.
They're together right now. There they are. Let's go.
What's up, homie? Who are you, homie?
Did you do this to me? Stop! Ow! Stop! Stop!
You better get right with God.
I love you. I'm so sorry.
Real reality television is brought to you by Cheaters Detective Agency's Private Eyes on Cheaters.
Welcome. I'm Joey Greco. Thank you for joining us on another episode of Cheaters. Meet Chris Carlyle, a stoic figure struggling with his deepest fears, his wife's infidelity. Seeking a dignified resolution, an embattled Chris appeals to cheaters for professional assistance.
Chris Carlyle, age 38. A welder worried his reconciled ex-wife is expanding her romantic horizons with an unknown gentleman.
Julie and I met at a club. We went out with some of our friends, and we hit it off, and things kind of progressed from there. A few weeks later, we got married, and a couple short years later, we got a divorce and went our separate ways. And she had had a kid with another guy, and we ended up getting back together. You know, when me and Julie first got together, it was pretty much a mistake. But 10 years went by, and things are better. And, you know, Julie's grown up quite a bit, so have I. But I'm mostly doing it for JC, you know, because I care about that little girl. I was talking to JC the other day, and she has a little friend, Charlie, in the neighborhood. And she said something about Charlie driving a car, or a motorcycle. And I asked her about it. She said, not my friend Charlie, Mama's friend Charlie. And so I thought something might be up. Kind of made me suspicious. JC, I do a lot for her, and I care about what happens to her, and you know, about her future and her family, which is me and Julie and her. You know, I think it'd mess her up if something was going on and we split up. It'd really confuse her bad. I'm not trying to hurt anybody by doing this. I just want to know the truth.
If you suspect infidelity in your relationship, Cheaters licensed investigators may be able to provide you assistance. Exercise your right to be informed. Julie Carlyle, age 41, a homemaker seeking satisfaction outside her current relationship. Investigation Day 5. As Cheaters' in-house operatives compile leads on the present case, field agents are dispatched to monitor the residence Chris shares with the suspect. Cheaters' surveillance teams keep a safe distance from the apartment, remaining focused for several days until an unidentified gentleman is seen visiting the suspect's residence. After a short while, the unknown man prepares to leave the premises with suspect Julie Carlyle and her young daughter from a previous marriage. Cheaters investigators follow the threesome to a nearby park. Suspect Carlyle has quite the family outing, despite Chris's absence. Fully enjoying themselves for several entertaining hours, suspect Carlyle's companion props the little girl on his shoulders, and the three head back to the vehicle. Cheaters' PIs pursue the truck several miles to a local bistro. Hungry from all the activities, suspect Carlyle's group indulge in a feast. A while later, Cheater's investigators spot the threesome leaving. Upon returning to suspect Carlyle's residence, the unknown companion kisses his loved ones goodbye and departs. Investigation Day 9. After days of quiet at the Carlyle residence, Cheater's operatives view a familiar truck arriving at the suspect's apartment. Remaining on high alert, Cheater's PIs zoom in on suspect Carlyle's guest and quickly affirm his identity as one Robert Dufresne. At the recommendation of Cheater's, Chris installed several hidden cameras within his apartment to monitor activities while he is away at work. Cheater's cameras see all and catch companion Dufresne grabbing suspect Carlyle in a suggestive manner. After opening a bottle of tequila, the two get comfortable and snuggle on the couch. With conversation running thin, suspect Carlyle escorts her paramour into the bedroom, where Cheater's hidden cameras reveal Chris's worst fears. A while later, companion Dufresne darts out of the apartment just minutes before Chris is due to arrive home. Investigation Day 12. Cheater's agents stationed at suspect Carlyle's apartment prepare for an appearance by companion Dufresne after Chris informs headquarters of his late work schedule. As anticipated, Cheater's PIs see companion Dufresne shimmying up to suspect Carlyle's front door. The interior cameras immediately reveal suspect Carlyle and companion Dufresne engaging in a warm embrace. Suspect Carlyle evidently lacks any respect for Chris, as demonstrated in this recorded phone call. Cheater's agents reconvene at the command center to prepare a final report for Chris. Coming up, the confrontation.
With evidence of Julie's indiscretions now preserved on tape, Cheaters regretfully must confirm Chris's worst suspicion. Driven by his desire for the truth, a willful Chris prepares himself for the imminent conclusion.
Chris, thank you for being out here this evening. The reason that we do have you here this evening is our detectives have compiled some of the information that you asked us to gather that may provide some of the answers to the questions that you have. Are you ready to take a look at those?
Yeah.
As the investigation starts, Chris, this gentleman goes to your home, picks up Julie and JC. You recognize who that man is?
Mm-hmm.
Who is that?
Robert.
That's a gentleman that you work with, isn't it?
Yeah.
And he takes your family to a park. I don't know what role he's playing here, but he's pushing both of them on a swing. And at this point, we start to see some body language as they sit on the park bench. And from the looks of this, they're quite comfortable with one another. Knowing that there was something going on and this gentleman was familiar coming to your home, it was at that time that we had you put the hidden cameras inside. On this evening, he again comes to your home, makes himself comfortable. He's sitting on your sofa, and after events get heated up, they take their deeds into another room. I don't know how to explain that either. That's her tattoo, and I'm sorry that you have to see that. You're standing here tonight because you asked us to get this information for you, and we've given it to you. But we can also provide you with something else, and that's the opportunity to confront Julie and this gentleman face to face. We know where they are. He's close by. They're not far from here. Are you ready to go and see if we can track them down?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's make this happen. Right now, they're headed east of our location. What we're gonna do is just continue getting information, and they're gonna lead us to wherever they should stop. This could be the detective now. Yeah. They're followed to a lake, and they're at a park right there. We're heading that direction right now. All right.
I can bet you they're not fishing.
Yeah. You see that truck backed up? Okay, that's it. That's it, right by that car.
Okay, here we go.
Whoa.
Okay, here we go. They're in that truck.
All
They're
right,
in
hang
that
on,
truck.
hang on. Let's get in.
What's going on here?
Come on, Chris. I'm Joe Greco with Cheaters.
Get these cameras
Julie,
off me. You
Explain
can't
to
be filming
Chris
me.
what you're doing in the park with this gentleman.
Julie. Julie, what's going on?
Can you explain what's happening? No, no one's going
Julie.
to cause you any harm, sir.
Hey, Julie.
What?
What's going on?
Julie, hey.
Stop. What?
What are you doing?
Julie,
Julie.
can you tell Chris what you've been doing with this gentleman while he's at work?
It's wasting all my time, our time.
Chris, we're not.
Gentlemen,
What's up?
easy.
What's up?
That's not necessary, gentlemen.
Okay, go ahead. All right, that's it.
Stop! Stop! Chris, just stop.
Coming up, the conclusion.
I don't know what else to say.
Did you have a reason?
It's not you, Chris. I do love you. I mean, I'm sorry.
Well, Julie, you've been through this road once before with this gentleman. What he did took a lot of guts to come back and start this relationship over again. You've got a child from someone else that he's raising as his daughter. Were you ever going to tell him?
Yeah, I mean, it's been over for a long time, Chris. I mean, it's been over.
Were you going to tell him before or after you moved in together?
No, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know when I was going to tell him. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. I'm not meaning to hurt you.
Where's JC?
She's at Lindsay's house.
She's with Lindsay? You just leave her with anybody, don't you? What the hell's wrong with you?
I don't just leave her with anybody, Chris. I mean,
Tell me about Lindsay.
Lindsay's skitsed out speed whore.
Explain to me, as if I was a 3-year-old, why you'd leave me with someone else while you're out on an escapade.
okay, look.
You know what?
You do, come on. You do.
Just stop. Stop.
You and him.
Stop.
Y'all are made for each other.
Chris, I don't want to be. I don't.
Wait, I want to understand
I
what's
don't-
going on.
You don't want to be with me.
Were you not happy? Were you in love with this man?
I used to be, and I still love him. I'm just not in love anymore. I mean, it's just not there, Chris.
Well, you should have said something instead of acting like it.
I was going to.
Hey, someone, keep these guys.
I'm sorry.
When did your feelings change?
I don't know. They've been like that. It's just.
Because you loved him when he was supporting you. Do you work?
No.
What do you do with your time?
I stay on with my daughter.
Uh-huh. So he was okay as long as he was supporting you and your child and giving you a place to live? And I don't want to sound like the hard guy, but there are a lot of streets named after you.
Come on, Julie.
It's all one.
Let's go. Get in the truck. Let's go. He's take care of his kid.
Now, how can you say that?
Huh?
How can you say that when he's the one that's supporting that child?
I'm about out of them whores with over on her hands, Chris. Huh?
It's all right, Robert. Y'all made for each other. Y'all made for each other, Robert.
No, I'm just gonna give her a ride home, but she deserves better than that.
Too sorry, lying.
What better does she deserve? He was supporting her.
You gotta hear him tell it.
And you're doing better by coming around when he's not home.
I'm just taking care of her.
How are you taking care of her? How are you
She
taking
can't have
care
a
of her?
little fun?
How are you helping her be a responsible parent?
I'm still a good parent.
Well, that might be acceptable in your world. Watch out, guys. Guys, be careful. Be careful. Watch out. Watch out, guys.
Hey, y'all have a nice life.
Let him go. You know, I know you're man enough to not allow this situation to interfere with your relationship with JC. Unfortunately, adults can be more childish than children, and often children are used as a weapon for one adult to get back at another one. Hopefully, that won't happen in this situation. I pray that it doesn't.
I was about to make a big old mistake.
With the confrontation behind him, Chris struggles to put the recent events into perspective. Later on the show, Cheaters updates you on his progress. But now, Cheaters presents Megan Willis. Megan comes forward to discuss how her behavior on Cheaters was out of character.
Megan Willis, age 21. Megan tries to make sense of her actions during the confrontation with her ex-boyfriend, David.
When the crew first came out, I was very confused as to what was going on, and I was a little irritated, but I was just kind of having dinner, relaxing, hanging low, and then I saw David, and he was pissed, so it freaked me out a little to see him so enraged, and to see Josh and him kind of go at each other, it scared me.
What the? What the? No. Talk to me about this. Talk to me. No. God. We're just eating dinner. Who the f are these people? Get the f off me. What the f is this? David. Man, stop. Ow.
David. Hey. There is no excuse for what I did. I took it too far. It got more than friendly and just hanging out, and there really isn't an excuse. But he and I, were able to do things that David and I could not do. Long distance is not easy. They're not there to go to parties with you and to eat with you and to study with you and just hang out. And so Josh was there for me. He kind of replaced David like that. And so what turned into just a friendship kind of turned into more of a comfort. We had each other there, and so that's how it stepped over the line.
Why the are you doing this?
Are these people watching me? I'm having dinner.
Yeah. He cared about her.
I've been looking out for her. I've done nothing wrong.
And that's why you kiss her? What happened at the movie theater?
We hung out, nothing. You were there.
When you went to the bathroom?
That's innocent?
Get the out of my face.
That's innocent? Hey, calm down.
I think David and Josh both know how I feel. Now, David, obviously, he deserves someone who's going to be faithful to him and be there for him, and I will be there for him, and he knows that. And Josh, I hope things will cool off and we can all, be our old group again. All be friends and be close still, so.
Chris Carlyle says that his love for Julie has completely evaporated into thin air. He affirms that the games are over and that there'll be no reconciliation. As for Julie's daughter, Chris states that nothing will ever come between him and the little girl that he raised as his own. Admitting that it'll take some time to get his head straight, Chris plans on putting all his energy into improving every aspect of his life. Julie Carlyle is devastated by the events that took place and now pleads with Chris for forgiveness. She says her weakness for attention left her powerless when confronted with Dufresne's advances. Ms. Carlyle claims that Chris's problem lies in his inability to show sensitivity to the ones he loves. As for her daughter, Ms. Carlyle assures Cheaters producers that Chris has permission to see JC at any time, even without reconciliation. As for Robert Dufresne, he affirms no emotional ties to Ms. Carlyle. He states that Julie was just a good friend with some added benefits. As he recalls it, the couple had an agreement to provide each other with occasional companionship and nothing more.
All done, sir.
Thank you, Sonny.
Thank you, Mr. G.